Quaid Azam, Part 220. In turning to Jinnah for support, Lithgow knew that he could count on him. As early as August 1938, Jinnah had hinted to Lord Bourbon, then an acting viceroy, about the possibility of Muslim League cooperating with British, and had ended up with the startling suggestion that Bourbon's description, British should keep the centre as it is now, that we should make friends with the Muslims by protecting them in Congress provinces, and that if we did that, Muslims would protect us at the centre. Jinnah's disclosure had then not surprised Lord Zetland. It only confirmed his conviction that the dominating factor in India would prove to be All India Muslim League. He had long held the view that the solidarity of Islam is a hard fact against which it is futile to run one's head. Later in 1945, commenting upon the development following the outbreak of war, Jinnah remarked, there was going to be a deal between Mr. Gandhi and Lord Lithgow. Providence helped us. The war, which nobody welcomes, proved to be a blessing in disguise. Jinnah understood the benefits of collaborating with British and took full advantage of the situation and altered the stance. However, he neither antagonized the British by attempting to extract too many concessions, nor adopted the opposite course of offering unconditional support in the war effort. He did not therefore reject the British offer outright, but no sooner had one of his demands been met than back he came promptly with another. By playing his cards adroitly, he was able to secure for the League a status equal to that of the Congress. The Congress, on the other hand, displayed poverty of forethought, lack of statesmanship, absence of flexibility. In consequence, it could simply not regain its earlier position of primacy. The League, wrote V.P. Menon, grew rapidly in this sunshine of imperial favor. Well, I've got my opinion on it. I believe once they were in the power, and such a power was brought after many years' struggle. Well, congressional leaders should have never resigned at that time. When they resigned, in fact, they made the great mistake. And of course, they had to pay for it. And as far as the Muslims are concerned, but the Muslims were, in fact, a very precious part of the British Indian Army. So, Britain was at war, and they needed the Muslim men. They needed the Muslim men from Punjab. So, of course, there was the significance of Muslim role in the war. And at that time, Great Britain very rightly pulled in to support the Muslims, pulled in for the inspiration of the Muslims, because it was the need at that time. And they needed to have more and more recruitment of the Muslims. In fact, the war was very dangerous one for Great Britain, and at that time they certainly needed to have collaboration back in India. And the way Gandhi went on strike, Nehru went on strike, in fact they closed the door of a proper coordination with the British, and it was a wrong thing, and that's what they believe as well. And we can draw another parallel. In 1936-37, in Uttar Pradesh, congressional leaders did not allow the Uttar Pradesh Muslim League Parliamentary Board to join the cabinet. The same would have happened in 1945-46 election as well. Muslim had won 100% of their seats in the centre, but Nehru led a government without Muslim League and wanted to run the government single-handedly. But then it was the British government who interrupted and brought the share of the Muslims over there by giving them 5 members in the cabinet, the centre cabinet. The congressional leaders had become a separatist force, and one way or the other, they were in fact making the life difficult for Muslim League leaders. and making it clear for them that the only way for the solution of their problem was to have the partition. And the real separatist force was Congress themselves, and they should blame themselves for the error that they made.